This boy's father told his son that he will never make it in life if he continues playing golf. In a surprising turn of events, he proved his father wrong by winning the US Open competition, despite his father's doubts. Watch how he emotionally gifts his son a dollar note, a subtle gesture of their renewed bond. Welcome to Movie Mix Recap. Please subscribe for more interesting movies recaps. In today's movie, back then, golf was seen as a rich man's game, but Francis, the son of Irish and French-Canadian immigrants, proved everyone wrong. As a 7-year-old, Francis is captivated after watching a golf legend, Harry Vardon, Stephen Dillane, in action. Determined to follow his passion, he starts caddying at the country club, a fancy golf course right across the street from his modest home in Brookline, Massachusetts. Despite the odds, Francis hones his skills, practices putting late at night, and even pieces together his own set of clubs. His dedication pays off when he wins the Massachusetts Schoolboy Championship, setting the stage for an unforgettable underdog story. One day, Francis gets a rare opportunity when Mr. Hastings Justin Ashforth, a club member, invites him to play a round at the country club, a course where caddies are barely allowed to set foot. Despite a rough 9 on one hole, Francis impresses everyone with a solid round of 81, earning admiration for his skill and composure. Word spreads, and thanks to the support of Mr. Hastings and the club caddy master, Francis gets a shot at entering the U.S. Amateur Tournament, with the qualifiers happening right on his home turf. But there's a catch. His father, Arthur Elias Catillas, insists that Francis give up golf and find a real job. Francis strikes a deal: if he can't qualify, he'll leave golf behind for good. Arthur grudgingly lends him the $50 entry fee, and the pressure is on. It all comes down to a critical 3-foot putt on the 18th hole, but just as Francis lines it up, he notices his father watching. The distraction throws him off, and he narrowly misses, falling just one stroke short of making it to the championship. At 20 years old, Francis Ouimet has kept his promise to his dad. He's given up golf and works a regular job at a sporting goods store, still living at home and stuck in the struggles of working-class life. But his big break comes when none other than the president of the United States Golf Association visits the store and personally invites him to compete in the US Open. After some back and forth with his boss, Francis secures his spot in the tournament. His father, however, lays down another challenge. After the tournament, Francis has to move out and find his own place. Francis accepts, determined to prove himself. Through it all, his mother remains his biggest supporter, standing up to his father and reminding him of the incredible talent their son has and the importance of letting him chase his dreams. The 1913 US Open is in full swing at the country club, and Francis Ouimet is about to take on the golf world's biggest stars. The top contenders are British legends Harry Vardon and Ted Ray, Stephen Marcus, both determined to keep the trophy across the pond. They're backed by the arrogant Lord Northcliffe, Peter Firth, who wants to prove that only gentlemen are fit to be champions, leaving no room for an underdog like Ouimet. Also in the mix is the reigning U.S. champion, John McDermott, though he struggles to keep up. Francis has an unexpected ace up his sleeve: his 10-year-old friend Eddie Lowry, Josh Flitter, who skipped school to caddy for him. Despite a shaky start, Francis finds his groove and battles his way back into contention. By the end of the 4th round, he ties with Vardon and Ray, forcing a dramatic 18-hole playoff to decide the winner. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, Lord Northcliffe mocks Francis for his humble background, but Vardon, who also came from modest beginnings, has had enough. He sharply defends Francis, declaring that if Ouimet wins, it will be because of his talent, not his social standing. He reminds Northcliffe that true gentlemen respect skill and heart, no matter where someone comes from. The playoff round kicks off with Francis Ouimet, Harry Vardon, and Ted Ray neck and neck. But as the tension builds on the back nine, Ray starts to lag behind, leaving Francis just one stroke ahead of Vardon as they reach the final hole. Vardon finishes with a steady par, putting all eyes on Francis. The pressure is immense, but Eddie, his young caddy and best cheerleader, steps in with a few words of encouragement. With newfound confidence, Francis sinks the critical putt, securing his historic U.S. Open victory. The crowd goes wild, hoisting Francis and Eddie onto their shoulders in celebration. People eagerly offer Francis money as a token of admiration, but he declines them all except for one bill handed to him by his father, a subtle gesture of their renewed bond. Inside the clubhouse, Vardon privately congratulates Francis and suggests they play a friendly round together someday. Beaming with pride, Francis and Eddie walk home, the US Open trophy in hand and hearts full of triumph.
If you enjoyed this video, please do well to like, subscribe, and comment on what movies you want us to review for you. Also, turn on the notification bell icon so you don't miss any of our videos. Thanks, and see you in the next video.